Hey guys, it is Fergus here, back with another fanfiction, and today I have a special guest.
Hello?
That's too loud. That you got way too close to the microphone.
You got too close to the microphone.
Well, are you gonna introduce yourself?
Why?
Cause you have to.
But they already know who I am.
Do they?
I don't know.
They don't.
Listen, I've been on this show since the beginning. I don't
No, you
understand what the point
haven't.
of this is.
No, this is your first time here. Just introduce yourself.
But I've been here. Y'all remember me, right? Like, I've been on this show 100 times before. They know exactly who I am.
This is only gonna be like the 5th video I've uploaded.
I don't understand.
Just introduce yourself.
Listen, Fergie Fresh.
I prefer Fergalicious, just so you know. Well, just say your name.
I used to have shoes that say Fergalicious.
Just don't just sip your tea. Introduce yourself. Great, now you got the dogs checked. Just introduce yourself. Why does this have to be a fight?
It's not a fight. We're not fighting. Are we fighting? I think we're fighting.
Her name is Lee.
Hello?
You're getting too close to the microphone. Blowing their ears out. Headphone warning.
I wasn't even talking that loud.
Now you're talking too soft.
Well, first I'm too loud, then I'm too soft. What's wrong? What now? I'm using the wrong accent? Well, I'm sorry. I will use a different accent.
So
If
anyway,
that makes you happy. Bless your heart.
Anyway, we're here to read out fan fiction. It's another My Hero one because I'm a huge My Hero fan. The problem is, she has never listened or watched My Hero Academia.
Not at all, whatsoever. Did
All
not
she-
happen.
All she knows is what I rant about.
I don't really pay attention. Apparently, there's like quartz in people, and it makes them magical. I think it might be a Steven Universe ripoff show.
No, that's not at all what I'm talking to you about. And there's just dogs fighting in the background. That's fun.
So this is Incredibles.
So anyway, we're gonna look at the fan fiction, the meme dream team of UA, cause you like memes, don't you, Lee? It's a crack fic.
Hello?
So this is by a Toast the Outcast. This is an unfinished fanfic that was posted back in 2017. So like almost 4 years now.
The 9th of April, 2017.
That's when it was first. No, that was when it was first published. Last updated on July 27th. But anyway, we're gonna get into this. I'm gonna do all the character voices, and she's just gonna read everything else. Chapter 1.
Chapter 1. The beginning of the end began with clear skies and classes. Not the much... I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've read out loud. Let me start over again. Chapter 1. The beginning of the end began with clear skies and classes. Not the most interesting start, but the chaos that followed it well compensated. It was so simple at first. The others would have just written it off as...
Kirishima.
Kirishima being, well, Kirishima. That opinion vanished when the redhead wouldn't stop doing it.
Option.
It was simple at first. The others would have just written it off as Kirishima being, well, Kirishima. That option vanished when this redhead wouldn't stop doing it.
Dogs fighting.
What was the action in question?
Is question.
What was the action is question? Kirishima wouldn't stop saying,
Here come that boy.
whatever
Whenever.
Midoriya or Suyu walked through the door, he changed it to girl when it was Suyu, but it was a universal constant that he would say it, no matter where they were, who was in the classroom, or how quiet it was. Neither Izuku, neither, I just don't even know anymore. Just gonna, oh dear, I don't know what just happened.
Here.
I don't know where I am.
Let me fix it.
What happened?
You scrolled all the way to the bottom.
Why?
I don't know. There, you're right there.
Neither Izuku, neither Izuku or Suyu really minded it, so the class decided to let it be, see if Kirishima would drop it on his own. He didn't. It was the second week before Kirishima broke... Kaminari. Listen, there's too many different names. I don't understand what's going on. I'm just seeing jumble of letters. Like that one name, Jamie, but it's spelled weird. Or Kaylee, but spelled really weird. Like 17 letters.
Well, that's Kaminari.
He's
the one that does the lightning.
It was the second weekend before Calamari broke and asked what they were all wondering. Is it some kind of octopus?
No,
it's lightning. Lightning
no,
octopus.
there's another character who's an octopus.
Well, that one should have been named.
Kirishima, my dude, what is with you saying that?
Kirishima had the gall to look confused.
What do you mean?
He asked right before turning around and saying,
"Here come that boy!"
at Midoriya walking through the door.
That!
Kirishima said,
Kaminari. Don't you point your finger at me.
No, it's a Q.
Oh. That!
Calamari said, gesturing between him and their green hooded friend.
Why do you keep saying it? Oh.
Kirishima blinked, then grinned an evil grin.
It's a meme from, 2016. By the way, it's unclear what year they're set in, but it's probably around 2200-ish or something like that. At least that's what people are theorizing. One person said it was probably 2090, but, I don't know. I don't agree.
I mean, we still look at memes from, World War II.
Well, yeah, I just...
That keep calm and carry on, that was actually propaganda that the British had prepared in case they were captured.
Okay.
Or invaded. That's what I was looking for. It was a propaganda market in case they were invaded, and they had to keep people's spirit up and ready for the resistance.
Thank you for that history lesson.
There's also Banksy.
Yes, there's also Banksy. Memes?
Midoriya said,
Memes?
Midoriya asked, walking over with a curious look on his face.
Aren't those the funny cat pictures you see on the internet?
Kirishima shook his head, tutting.
Oh, Midoriya, you meme peasant. A meme is so much more than pictures of cats, as funny as they are.
Midoriya blinked.
Did you just call me a peasant?
Kirishima continued undeterred.
Anyone who claims to know anything about memes knows that the ones made in 2016 and 2017 are the best memes. The vintage memes.
He made a dramatic flourish of his hands.
All other memes fail to compare.
Calamari's face broke into a grin, his eyes sparkling with something that no one could name.
Kirishima,
he asked,
could you give me a list of those memes? I think our classmates need to be enlightened.
Kirishima grinned as well, and Midoriya lived around Bakugo enough to spot the maniacal glint in his eyes.
You know what? I think I can arrange something. Bakugo is an angry Pomeranian.
Now, see, with this show, I don't know if it was a person that can turn into literally an angry Pomeranian with his quartz that is embedded in him, because this is a Steven Universe ripoff.
No. Like,
And then, or if it's somebody who just has the personality of a fluffy, angry but tiny yippy dog.
it's his hair. His hair reminds everyone of a Pomeranian, and he's always very angry because he has both an inferiority and a superiority complex. And,
Well, those usually run together.
And he has gifted child syndrome. That kind of stuff.
Hello, kitty cat.
There's a cat.
He's a kitten.
So,
Who's a little kitty.
on to chapter 2.
But look at that little pussy cat. Look at her. She's got your face. Her face looks like Texas.
Just read chapter 2.
It does. Little orange and black
Yes.
tortoiseshell.
Yes.
With a Texas face. Chapter 2. It had been a week in Kirishima's self-proclaimed meme crusade. Boxes full of memes were unearthed from his room. The weekend was spent via a crash course in meme usage. Surprisingly, Todoroki and their other, more serious classmates had joined in on the insanity. By the end of the weekend, Kirishima had wiped his eyes and declared them ready. Surprisingly, it was Midoriya who memed first. It was a spa, hand-to-hand, no usage of quirks.
Ayazawa, you know his name. He's my husband. Husbando.
I thought you were going to marry those one dancing ladies from that video.
Listen, 2 different things. I can have a crush on multiple people.
I fear she's going to move to Africa so she can join that one tribe where the wife can have a husband and a wife, and then the husband can't touch the wife's wife.
Maybe. Sorry, dogs mind being let in and out. Your cat just stole my chair.
Now she was a lap cat. In the lap of me.
Okay, but Aizawa is amazing and I love him.
Is he the one with the hair?
You're gonna have to be more specific.
He's got the thing.
The capture weapon scarf?
I don't know.
The scarf that I spent lots of time sewing. I made a 23-foot long scarf by hand.
Was he the one who needs to sleep?
Yes. I mean, he's not the only one, but the one you know of, yes.
I need to sleep too.
Yeah.
Are you trying to marry someone that's me?
No.
That's weird.
Just because you guys share a birthday.
And we don't sleep.
Listen, you can't take down a bunch of bad guys because you're just...
You don't know that. You don't know that. I'm invincible. I lost part of my thumb.
She did.
I have no nail. That's a lie. I have a nail. It's little and tiny.
And it probably has to be removed.
Wait, maybe not. Right now it's kind of doing a 7-10 split.
Alright.
Maybe. I don't know. It's horrible.
Yep.
Surprisingly, it was Midoriya who memed first. It was a spa, hand-to-hand, no use of quartz. Ayazawa and the rest of the class watched as Midoriya and Calamari fought. It was barely even a spar. Midoriya's quirk had required him to learn basic close combat fights. Calamari was used to long range. All the electric user could do was frantically block the blows that Midoriya kept dishing out. Feeling increasingly desperate, Calamari took a wild swing at the green-haired teen. Why is his hair green?
Because...
Is it algae?
No.
If it's algae, he should take a bath. Oh, dear.
Apollo.
He just wants to let Toru in.
But no, because...
Toru Honda.
Yes. Yes. Come on, Toru. Give her some peace. Anyway. But Midoriya, like, if you look at the kanji, Midori means green. So, that's part of it. Also because in their world...
I enjoy Midori. It's quite delicious. I like if you put a shot in a pina colada It's quite good.
Just ignore the dogs fighting. But,
They are having a spa. A hand-to-hand, no-holds-bark match.
But basically, because their world, like, has so many people with mutations and stuff, they also have a wide variety of hair colors. Like, Kaminari's is yellow with a black lightning bolt in it. And Kirishima's hair is, well, it's actually originally black, but he dyes it red. And Midori has this bushy green hair.
Midori caught it without issue, leaning into Calamari's face and saying loud enough for everyone to hear,
Dogs! Calm down!
That's not what the script says.
Okay, well, the dog... Hey! Apollo, Fargo. Calm down. Calm down. Anyway... You just activated... No.
I got to read it again. Midori caught it without issue, leaning into Calamari's face and saying loud enough for everyone to hear,
You just activated my trap card.
With that, Midoriya grabbed Calamari's arm and flipped him to the ground. Ayazawa, his eyebrow raised, declared the spa over, and speculating classmates cheered.
Kaminari.
Kirishima said consolingly, patting his friend's shoulder.
You just got your ass sent to the Shadow Realm.
After that, the memes had begun in earnest. Everyone in Class 1A was on the shenanigans. No one was safe. Nothing was sacred. Even Bakugo got involved. Taking the bread off his sandwich to place it on both sides of Midoriya's head and demanding...
What are you?
Midoriya, hopeful in good humor, replies,
An idiot sandwich?
Things kept escalating from there. The old memes hadn't been enough memes when... The old memes hadn't been enough. Memes were now being commandeered, twisted to match modern issues. This was where it truly got out of hand. Someone was posting pieces of paper all over the school. Normally, this wasn't an issue. Students hung up reminders for events around campus all the time. This wasn't the case, though. The picture on those papers was simple in design. Oh, my Lord. The picture on those papers was simple in design. The kind of images produced by the skills of a high school student with access to a computer. Two pictures were placed side by side, one being All Might in all his muscular glory. The other was the hero in his normal form, nursing a cup of coffee and looking dead inside.
So...
Oh, I guess is he a millennial?
Maybe. But All Might is actually, So he has two forms. He has his buff muscular form, which most people see, and it's just like... He's around almost 8, he's like over 7 feet. He's just like a bunch of muscle. He's this big, intimidating dude. And then he goes into his deflated form, which he just looks like a skeleton and is kind of disturbing. But we still love him.
The caption overhead these images said,
Get a man who can do both.
When the hero in question saw it, he hacked up blood in surprise.
He's missing, like, half of his lungs, his stomach, and a bunch of other internal organs.
Meanwhile, in the dorm rooms of A1, Zero and Calamari high-fived.
Zero can shoot tape out of his elbows. That's his quirk.
Well, that doesn't even make any sense. I mean, tape isn't an organic matter. How can you have a mutation and then create tape? That doesn't make scientific sense. If you're going to use quartz gems embedded in people to cause mutations...
Your cat's judging you.
Listen, this weird Steven Universe meets the X-Men thing is odd. And how is tape? How is tape?
I don't know. Listen, there's people who sweat nitroglycerin and cause explosions. There are people who can attract small objects.
At least those are chemicals. This is tape. This is something that's not
There's
occurring
a guy
naturally
who can scream really loud.
in the world.
Well, maybe it's... I don't... There's a girl who can change her fat lipids into any inorganic material. I don't know. Anyway, just read the next chapter.
Chapter 3. It only took a week for the Class A1... Sorry, my pardon. It only took a week for Class 1A to direct their memeing chaos onto a target. Really, it was Endeavor's fault for even getting their ire directed at him.
Endeavor is...
That is a very oddly worded sentence.
So basically, Endeavor is a piece of trash. He's flaming trash. Although he's getting redeemed, but I don't know. I'm only at the anime. But
he's an internet troll?
No. He abused his children, specifically his youngest Todoroki, to turn him into basically a weapon to defeat All Might, because Endeavor can never surpass All Might.
He's an internet troll, got it.
He's an abusive internet troll.
I'm pretty sure most internet trolls are abusive.
Okay, anyway.
If you're an internet troll out there, fuck off.
Anyway.
The, quote, fuck-ass dickbag, unquote, as Bakugo chastened him.
Christened him.
Christened him. That's not a thing. Let me do that again. I'm going to make you do that because I didn't realize it was speaking.
Fuck-ass dickbag.
I wasn't ready.
Oh. Sorry.
You're stepping on my lines. Golly.
Anyway.
The
fuck-ass dickbag,
as Bakugo christened him, had called Todoroki on a Thursday night. The group of them had been watching an old American movie, which they had lowered in respect for Todoroki's call. All of them could see the relaxed expression on their classmates go tense, as if he dreaded pressing that little green button. What movie are they watching?
I don't know. It's an old American movie.
It was a spur-of-the-moment decision.
Pause the movie,
Todoroki said as he hit the answer button, then the speaker. It was Midoriya. It took Midoriya reflexes to pause the movie right as the call went through. I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense. What is wrong with this? It was a spur-of-the-moment decision.
Pause the movie,
Todoroki said as he hit the answer button, then the speaker. It took Midoriya's reflexes to press the pause movie right as the call went through. What followed next ruined the integrity of the pillow Bakugo had taken his rage out on. The now number one hero didn't even bother with agreeing. He'd gone straight to berating Todoroki, going on and on about how he was a masterpiece instead of a teenage boy. A solid minute into it, and everyone in the class was a mix of shocked and amazingly angry.
Todoroki.
Uraraka.
Uraraka. Yeah, she can cancel out her quirk zero gravity. Anything she touches with all 5 of her fingers gets gravity, like its gravity is canceled out. So like float and stuff. Uraraka.
Listen, I have an American tongue and those are hard. You put a U and an R and then an R and an A together right next to each other and it's hard for my American tongue.
Just deal with it.
Because it is clumsy in America.
If I can say Uraraka, then you can say
Uraraka.
Todoroki.
I'm just going to call her rocks. Muraka. All right, there we go. Muraka said calmly, somehow managing to be heard over the continuous rant from Endeavor.
Give me the phone.
Her eyes shone with a hellish light. Well, you went up too far.
Yes, I know.
Todoroki, having more refined sense of self-preservation than most other males in his class, dutifully handed it over.
And just what the hell are you? Mr. Todoroki.
Uraraka.
Interrupts.
Maraka interrupts, making the hero stops his tirade. Everyone watches her and the phone with anticipation. Maraka was a ray of sunshine, second to Midoriya on a good day. Seeing her this mad was a little unprecedented. Todoroki sat there, quietly wondering what kind of funeral arrangement he had to prepare for Endeavor with Fuyumi.
That's his older sister, his only sister.
Well, that's sad. Now he's got to plan his father's funeral.
Good.
Well, that's sad.
That's good.
Maraka's light and bubbly exterior was gone. What took its place was a steel spine and a look that reminded her classmates of her fight with Bakugo at the festival.
Very interesting commentary, Kit.
Listen, this is getting a little intense for her sensibility.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Maraka said with a false sweet tone.
And ask you to treat your son with a little respect. If you don't, I know who you are. I don't care what you want. I will find you and I will ruin you.
She hung up before Endeavor could reply.
Kirishima,
she said, the redhead in question shot to attention. Hey,
I need high quality
now
memes.
you listen here, you little
ASAP.
varmint. Let go. That is my sweater. This is a handmade antique that I bought from Meyer the other day. I don't know where we were.
Kirishima,
she said, the redhead in question shot to attention.
I need high quality memes ASAP.
He snapped a salute.
I'm on it.
Maraka turned to the rest of her classmates.
We,
she said in an entirely too happy voice,
are gonna meme Endeavor.
Ojiro sent a glance at Todoroki.
Are you okay with this?
He asked. Todoroki shrugged.
Feel free.
With that, the end of Endeavor began. In the span of one night, several social media accounts were made with the ridiculous names, some of the better ones being
Fuck that guy. Roast that fire shit.
And last but not least,
Fight me, Endeavor.
It was a real
Testament.
It was a real testament to how many people disliked the number 2 hero and the class, that the class had to experiment with hyphens and underscores to get the username that wasn't already taken. Thus, the shitpost began. In the span of one night, all of those new accounts began publishing post after post, each one pertained. I don't even understand. In the span of one night, all those new accounts began publishing post after post, each one pertaining to Endeavor in some way or another. One account posted only pictures of toilets, each one a different area, and always had the same caption.
I found Endeavor.
Another uploaded spots with different pictures. The challenge being to find Endeavor's mustache among pictures of weak firecrackers. The most popular post was a video that went like this. A soccer ball sat on the field, in the middle of a field, except it was Endeavor's face photoshopped onto it, and a distinct green hair blur came into frame and kicked the ball. The sound of the ball almost breaking the sound barrier was drowned out by the chorus of screams of approval and
O's.
And air horn blew, but was cut off by the video's end. Within a day, it had 1 million views and did not show signs of stopping.
That was definitely Midoriya kicking the ball, and his quirk is one for all, and he has a bunch of strength.
So he has the most powerful one of those. I think I read a book series like that about rune stones. I think the main character was named Jenna, and she can turn into a Silky, or she was a Silky, or her grandma was a Silky. Something was a Silky, and there was rocks.
I wouldn't say.
And they had power, and she got like lightning scars on her arm.
I wouldn't say he has the most powerful quirk, because he has one for all, But there's another quirk called All for One, and basically the user can take people's quirks and give them out and stuff. I'd say that's the most powerful quirk.
Well, that just sounds like they balance each other out a little bit.
Probably because they were made together.
Online stars began to make videos of them reacting to these posts. The resulting hysterics were too much for them to get anything but
Oh my god.
out of their mouth. After the initial surge in popularity, the accounts leveled out to a reasonable amount. If the current population of Japan was up to date as a collective group, class 1A had at least one half of the people in Japan following their accounts. A majority of the responses have been overwhelmingly positive, but there have been occasional die-hard Endeavor fans that tried to defend the man. Half the time, 1A didn't even have to comment. Their followers would tear the fans' argument apart with logic. Pure, unrelenting logic. At first, Endeavor didn't pay the accounts much attention, probably writing them off as a temporary thing. It was only after a solid month of consistent posts that got him to mention them. What am I pressing that it just does that?
I don't know.
Get away. Go. Where am I?
You scroll past it.
You scroll past it.
It's right there. Right there.
It was on TV. A crowd of reporters were gathered around Endeavor after his latest villain encounter. The flame-based hero had cleared signs of irritation on his face. If the deep scowl of his out was set in didn't give that away, the way his mustache sparkled like an angry firecracker would. And while Endeavor did have some semblance of patience concerning reporters, however small that was, the questions they were asking made him, for lack of better terms, explode.
I don't know who these degenerates are.
There. He snarled into the microphone.
But when I find them, my lawyers will sue them for every useless penny they're worth.
Mere moments after the broadcast, all the accounts posted the same thing. We win. Just by Endeavor mentioning them, the accounts gained yet another surge in popularity. People started making accounts of their own, purely dedicated to shitposts. That wasn't the case for all of them. Some also had good-humored memes of other heroes. In the span of a month, Class 1A had invented a new law of the internet. If you can shitpost Endeavor, you shall shitpost Endeavor. And if All Might saw his favorite memes posted on a refrigerator, he didn't say anything, but he couldn't hide the grin that came across his face when he saw one of his own works on the fridge.
All my shitposting Endeavor. Beautiful.
Now, are they some kind of romantical interests?
No.
Well, that's usually how it goes, doesn't it?
I mean, there are some people
With
who
you
ship
fans, you weird.
them. There are some people who ship them. I have come across shipping with
Well,
them.
everybody ships things. I just don't even understand.
It's not one of the worst ships. I've seen some not so good ships. I'm looking at you, people who, for some reason, ship Endeavor and Shoto. I don't know what's wrong with you guys, but you need help. Along with you people who ship Deku and All Might. What the hell? Those are both pedophilic relationships. No. Just no. Alright, last chapter.
Chapter 4.
Had to think of what accent you wanted to use?
I have no idea what you're talking about. This is my original accent.
All right, just whatever.
This is my accent.
All right, we're almost done.
The death of Bakugo
Katsuki.
Katsuki's was sudden, unexpected, and a scene to go down in legend. Lunch hall, 12:05 p.m. A sea of hungry students were swarming the lunch line, not unlike a scene from Shark Week. Bakugo was at his table, eating his spicy curry with a bland face, a complete contradiction to the fact that the curry was probably hotter than the Endeavor's fire. He reached his cup of water, only to realize it was gone. What he didn't realize was that Kurosawa had swiped it when he wasn't looking.
Sorry, what did you call him? What did you call Shark Boy?
I don't know. What did I call him? Kurosawa?
Kurosawa?
Who's Kurosawa?
But no,
Who's Kurosawa?
Kirishima has the ability to harden his skin.
But who's Kurosawa?
Kirishima has the power to harden his skin.
I'm not asking about Kirishima.
And he is both a rock and a shark. He is a rock shark. He's our shark boy and our rock boy.
Shark rocks?
He is a soft rock.
What about a lobster?
No. He is not rock lobster. Anyway.
Rock lobster?
The fuck?
He
grumbled.
Where are we?
Right here.
Oh.
Where I'm pointing.
He grumbled, unaware of his incoming demise.
Fucking bullshit.
He stood up, trying to amble through the crowd. Kirishima took out his phone, sent a quick message, and immediately grabbed his backpack to get ready. Bakugo was too focused on getting through the crowd for him to notice Kirishima sneaking up on him. He didn't notice the redhead holding a small basketball hoop over his head either. What he did notice was the crowd parting for Midoriya Izuku, who was tearing down the room, a mini basketball in hand.
Full cowl.
Activating full cowl, Midoriya leapt. As he soared up and over other students, his form began to blur by one of the overhead lights. With a perfect blank face, Midoriya Izuku dunked on Bakugo Katsuki. Fucking wasted.
And we're done. Wasn't that nice?
I have no idea what was going on in that.
I know you didn't. Listen, you at least know who Midoriya and Bakugo are.
Listen,
I've talked about them
Midoriya is a delicious melon-flavored liqueur.
No, he's gonna be the #1 greatest hero. Midoriya is
Wasn't that Ash Ketchum?
No, he would be Hercules. But and Bakugo is the one who sweats nitroglycerin and can make explosions.
Listen, he needs to keep his ass out of Yellowstone.
Yes, he does.
That super volcano goes off. It goes off, and it's gonna take out most of the Midwest.
Probably gonna take out all of the Americas.
Well, that's a little
With
narcissistic. I mean,
with the
they
ash
got
clouds.
Well, probably take out the rest of the world with the ash clouds. Send us right back into another ice age like we were back with Columbus.
Yep. Anyway,
Columbus sent us
so
back
what are
into
your
an
thoughts
ice
on,
age.
what are your thoughts on this fanfic?
Well, I think it was made to be a shit post.
It is a crack fanfic.
Well, it doesn't make any sense. It's like they were on some kind of stimulant that they inhaled through their nose and caused them to act sporadic and irrational. And then they wrote it like some kind of narcotic, a drug, so to speak.
Like crack?
No, that doesn't make any sense.
I need you to do more of these with me.
Who are you? What are you doing in my house?
Okay, Gran Torino.
Gran Torino.
Listen, everyone who watches My Hero or reads it will know what I'm talking about.
Listen.
He's
The
like
Dollop did an episode of My Family, and it is hilarious.
Okay, but Gran Torino, his quirk is that he has jets in his feet.
I thought you meant the director.
No. Horikoshi?
No.
I'm confused.
No, Gran Torino was a movie.
Well,
That's
Gran
right.
Torino is a retired
With
hero.
Clint Eastwood.
He has jets in his feet that allows him to fly around super fast. But when Midoriya went over to his house, he pretended not to know who he was, and he pretended to be a senile old man. So I'm saying you're Gran Torino. You can't see it, but she's crossing her eyes right now.
I think my bosom is a little bit.
Why would you do that?
So you know where to mark it. So when you're going through and you see the dialogue and you see that one weird little spike, so just before that spike.
I'm leaving the screaming. Stop it. I gotta put a headphone warning on this now. You're making the dog upset.
That was a dog, that was not me. And I'll thank you to not at me about it.
So, do you have any social media you want to plug or anything?
No.
Alright, fair enough. I will see, I told you, I have people to read fanfics with me. It wasn't just a one-time thing. And comment if you want more of Lee. She's flaring her nostrils right now.
I am not. She just implies I do just weird things all the time, and it's just so rude.
What the? You hit me with your tea!
I did not.
Oh, right, sorry. You hit me with your coffee.
Thank you.
With her coffee mug. Why are you switching between tea and... Now you hit me with your tea. Why are you switching between tea and coffee?
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have to live with her.
What?
Hello? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, I'll leave a link to this fanfic down below. Give the creator some love. This was definitely really fun to read. Made me laugh.
Listen, I don't understand why someone would name their child Maraca.
Uraraka. And that's her family name. Her given name is Ochako. Ochako.
Oh, chocolate Maraca.
I gotta edit a picture of chocolate just drizzling down her maraca. I gotta edit that and put that in there.
It's like, reminds me of one of those ice cream tacos.
Anyway, this has been Fergus.
And Alan.
Lee
Allen.
Yeah. Her. I have to deal with her every day.
Hello? So when we go to start the reading?
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day or night. Fergus out.